Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Mr. Fitness, the body transformation specialist, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 foods that you probably thought were really healthy that actually aren't that healthy after all. Now, again, it's not that these foods aren't healthy, because obviously there's always going to be something better or something that's going to be worse. But these are 5 foods that traditionally we look at as being healthy foods that, when it comes down to it, aren't really healthy or as healthy as you probably thought. So the first food on my list is grain bread or whole wheat bread or wheat bread. So a lot of these breads say things like multigrain, 7 grain, and wheat bread. And they all sound healthy, but many of them don't contain all the whole grains that they say they contain. And a lot of the bread labels that are labeled multigrain or wheat, they typically are made with what's called refined grains, which just means, to keep it simple, that they've been processed. So you're not getting the full nutritional benefit of these grains. And the way you can be sure of this is if you read the labels, and let's say the first ingredient or the first few ingredients on the list, how you'll know that they're refined is it'll say something like bleached, or it'll say unbleached enriched wheat flour. And if you see any of those words in the list of the wheats, then you know that it's not 100% whole wheat bread and that you're not getting the full benefit of the whole wheat grain. So just be careful, read the labels, and make sure that you're getting 100% whole wheat or grain bread. Now, the second food on my list is prepared salads. Now, don't assume that just because it has the word salad in it that it's got to be healthy. Now, I'm not talking about like the green salads, even though a lot of them aren't healthy either. I'm talking about the salads like tuna salad, chicken salad, shrimp salad. These salads are often loaded with a lot of hidden fats, a lot of unnecessary calories, mainly because of all the extra mayo that's put in them. Now, a lot of this depends on how much of it, obviously, that you eat. But a lot of these, like tuna salad sandwiches, for example, contain as many as 700 calories and up to 40 grams of fat. And that's just one sandwich. Damn! So if you're going to order one of these types of sandwiches, what I would say is make sure the mayo is low fat. And don't eat the whole thing. Maybe split the sandwich into, 2 meals to kind of cut down on the amount that you're eating at that one time. And that'll make something that's not so healthy maybe a little bit, I don't want to say healthier, but at that moment, you're not getting as many calories and as much fat. So it'll make it a little bit better. So food number 3 on my list is energy bars. Now, because all the advertising and all the marketing, we've all been led to believe that these bars are good for you. And, some of them aren't all that bad, but they're also not as good as you probably thought they are. Now, a lot of these bars are filled with high fructose corn syrup, a lot of extra sugar, and way too much saturated fat, more than we probably need. Now, some of these bars can have as many calories as a full meal. And, I don't know about you, but if I'm going to get that much sugar, if I'm going to get that much fat, if I'm going to get that much carbs from something, then I'd much rather it taste, much better than some of these bars taste. Now, after all this, you might be asking yourself, which are the best? I like protein bars. I like these bars. I don't want to stop eating them, but, I want to eat the best. So I'm going to give you my top 3. Now, keep in mind when I go through these lists that I'm not talking about best in terms of taste. I'm just simply talking about best in terms of nutritional value. So here's my top 3 bars, my top 3 healthiest protein / snack bars. Now, the first bar on my list is the Epic Meat Bar. Now, if you love meat, these bars are going to be perfect for you. They're all gluten-free, and they're made from 100% hormone-free meat. Now, the second bar on my list is the Naked Nutrition Bar. Now, the name Naked comes from the fact that these bars have nothing in them that's unnatural. No fillers, no preservatives, nothing. Again, they're all natural ingredients, and the bars are made from 100% real peanut butter or almond butter and grass-fed dairy protein. And the third bar on my list is the Healthy Warrior Pumpkin Seed Bar. Now, you might not have known this, but pumpkin seeds are a great non-meat protein source. So if you're looking for that non-meat protein source, these bars, these pumpkin seed bars are going to be great for you. Now, food number 4 on my list is the prepared smoothies, the prepared protein shakes that you get from like your gym. Now, most of these start off pretty healthy with the basic ingredients, but they don't stay that way for long because we start adding all of these extras to them. So that's the first thing that makes these smoothies not as healthy as you might have thought they were. But another thing that makes these not as healthy is the serving size. Now, you know, most of the places that I know of that I've gone to, their serving sizes start, or their smallest is about 16 ounces. So, you know, that combined with, you know, all the extras that you add to them leads to a whole bunch of extra calories, a whole bunch of extra fat, a whole bunch of extra carbs. And to top it off, because these calories and these carbs are in liquid form, it makes them even worse, because what happens is they have to go through less of a process to be digested. So that means they're available quicker to be utilized as energy, but whatever you don't use, your body's going to store. So, you know, if you're not going through an extreme workout or something like that, you probably don't need all these extra calories. So your body's going to end up storing all the rest of it. So if you really want one of these smoothies, my personal advice is to make your own. And the 5th and final food on today's list is sandwich wraps. Now, I have clients and, you know, they're looking to make a change and they're looking to stop eating bread. So one of the first things they always think about replacing the bread with is these wraps. And then they come to me and they're all excited. They want to tell me about these changes that they've made. And then I got to be the one to break the bad news to them that these sandwich wraps aren't much better and sometimes worse than the bread that they were replacing it with. You know, a lot of these wraps have more calories, more saturated fat, more carbs, more sodium in them than 2 slices of the bread that they were trying to replace. And a lot of them are made with refined flour. And we already talked about refined flour, but they're also made with what's called hydrogenated oils, which means that they contain artificial trans fats. And you might have heard the word trans fats before, but what trans fats are is they're vegetable oils that are chemically changed so that they stay solid at room temperature, obviously to make the foods last longer without going bad. So my recommendation is that if you like eating these wraps, overeating bread, is to check the labels. You want to make sure that they're made with whole grains, 100% whole grains, all right? And that should be the first ingredient in the list. And you also want to make sure that they're not made with any of those hydrogenated oils. So there you have it, guys, 5 foods that you thought were healthy that actually aren't as healthy as you thought. So let me know down below in the comments what you think about this list. Do you agree with the list, or is there anything you want to add to the list of unhealthy foods that are more popularly known as healthy? Guys, if you're looking to eat healthier and change up your diet because you want to lose weight, then check out this video right here where I talk about how my client lost 10 pounds in 14 days drinking apple cider vinegar. I go over everything on the strategy, the amount, and the reason why it works. So go ahead and check out that video right down there. And guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And guys, with that being said, this is Mr. Fitness, the body transformation specialist, signing off. And as always, where there's a will, there's a way. And I hope you have another amazingly fantastic day. Till next time.